Hello. I thought I would try something different today. Um, the Hush Tarot I have had in my collection for quite a while. I picked it up because when it came out, there was a great deal of buzz about it, and the imagery is just so gorgeous. But ever since I've gotten it, I haven't really used it. I just don't feel drawn to read with it. So I thought I might try an exercise today to see if I can connect with it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip through the cards. I'm going to try to flip quickly and pull out cards that really strike me or resonate with me, that I just really captivate me, and then bring all the cards together and have a reading from those cards and see what happens. So I will try to do this. I need to flip through quickly, and I have such a hard time because I want to look at the cards. I'll keep this one. It's really hard to just flip through. I love carousels. Gosh, I just want to look at all of these. They're just really gorgeous. Mm. Oh, horses again. I think they're in order. Oh, I love cup cards. So it's really hard to just flip through quickly. So we're coming to the end. Okay. Well, I went through the whole deck. It's hard not to pick out a whole lot more cards than I did. They're really, really pretty. But the idea is just to have a few, 5 to 7 at the most. Let's see what I pulled out here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whee! Ah. Now, I don't know whether to shuffle them or not, but let's just lay them out here. Whoops. It's a little off camera. I don't know that I'll be able to get them all on here. These are the ones that came out in order. Let's see. Okay. Now, the first card, of course, is the High Priestess. And she has a crow, it looks like, or a blackbird on her shoulder. She's holding two little birds, probably sparrows. And there's two more um, there to the bottom. And I just noticed that around her left wrist it says, I may be kindly. There's something else at the bottom. Let's see. I have to look at the card. I was looking at the box lid. What does it say? Oh, wow. There's a lot there. I may be kindly, but I am obliged to some really what I will at all. Um, there's evidently more to what's on that ribbon, but it's hid by the title, the High Priestess. Might have to look online and see if there's a print, an original print. I'm sure they're original prints um, that has all the words in it. But the High Priestess is one who is a sage. Has wisdom, um, and it, the major keyword is intuition, and that intuition is true and to be trusted, to be followed, relied upon, that has a deep inner peace and, just a complete knowing of oneself and the connection to the universe and just trusting that joint partnership, which results in, a trustworthy intuition. And but this card is looking at, there's a communion with birds. And I love birds. I love to bird watch. I try to recognize birds by their calls, even when I can't see them. And so, I am really drawn to birds. And crows are a powerful image, and you can even make a partnership, or a friendship with crows and ravens. If you feed them and leave them gifts, they will start bringing gifts and trinkets to leave for you in reciprocation, so there can create a bond and a friendship there. Now, my next card is a carousel horse. I love carousel horses. And that card is the Chariot. The next card is a raven around an eye, and that is the Moon card. And then you have the Ace of Cups. Just an interesting image. The bird looks like the bird has made a nest in a skull. That kind of just points to the cycle of life, and this might even be a hatchling in the nest that was created in the skull. There's a little crown over that. There's another carousel image. This one's a goat, and there's a hare, and it is the Three of Cups. Kind of a different symbology for the Three of Cups. Um, and this one is a lady and a horse. It's not exactly a carousel. There's a snake at the foot. It's Seven of Cups and kind of an autumn vibe, and I like the autumn. And let's see, this is the Nine of Pentacles. I love the Nine of Pentacles card in most decks. And this one stood out. It's another lady with a bird. And the Ace of Swords. I almost thought it was the Knight of Swords when I pulled it, but it's another. And then we have a bird with a nest, and there's keys. I really like keys. Key was kind of my symbol for this year. So the keys stood out to me. And then we have the Eight of Swords. And it's interesting that there's, let's see, let me look at it closely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? Yeah, this is the Eight of Swords. Swords or wands? No, this is the wands card. So this is the Eight of Wands, which usually represents, uh, a quickness, um, being pounced upon, something happening very quickly, coming at you quickly. And the lady is laying in the field. It looks like she might be dead because it looks like bees have started making a honeycomb on her. Ants are crawling over her. But circled by, or no, I'm thinking of, yeah, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. It's a quickness. And there is, 7 male cardinals and 1 female cardinal, which is interesting. So that is an interesting card. The cardinals stood out to me. A dear friend that recently passed loved cardinals and would talk about how they would come to his yard for birdseed in the winter and how beautiful it was with those red birds against the snow, and that cardinals represented friends and family who had gone on before and were coming back to visit you. So I'm kind of eager to see if he comes and visits me in my yard. So a definite overall theme in the cards that I picked were birds. 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 10 cards have birds in them. 4 of the cards have, 3 have horses. 1 is a carousel, but it has a goat. But all of the ladies are riding the animal that those cards are in. And, with Sagittarius, it is a centaur. Not a centaur. A centaur. It's a part man, part horse, and arching. And my sign is Sagittarius. So that would call to me, I think. So it's hard to say, because I have them laid out in the order that they came. I don't know if you can pretty much make a reading out of this, but the the imagery Um, to me, with the ladies on the animals, riding the animals, I need to take charge and move forward and do it quickly. Horses are used basically for quick transportation, delivering quick messages. I need to embrace my high priestess, my intuition, and trust myself. And um, the birds. I don't know a lot of symbology with birds, but I think they're generally related to messages and favor of deities potentially, or alignments with different deities. Um, and and actually, out of all of these cards, I mean, all of these speak to me in a different way, because I commented, keys are my lighthouse word for the year. Um, but this one really stands out to me, and I think I'm gonna meditate on that one. And maybe when I do, I will do a follow up video to let you know what I concluded about this card. I find it very striking, and just really want to look at that a little bit more. So I think this did help me kind of tap into the deck a little bit more, and would be interested in hearing your own thoughts. What do you think about the cards I drew and what they might possibly say a little bit more about me, what I should be focusing on, what direction I should be going, how I can know myself a little bit better? Hope you have a very blessed day. Brightest blessings to you all.